Welcome to E-Content Development Center, Majlis Arts and Science College. I'm Jisha, Assistant Professor, Department of English, Majlis Arts and Science College. I am here to discuss feminism. In this module, I will be providing you a small background information on feminism. As students, you all are concerned with the term feminism. What is exactly feminism is? Feminism is actually a literary trend in modern literary criticism, and at the same time, women liberation movement of 1960s is considered a motive to start a theory like feminism. You may be hearkened with the term women liberation movement. No worries at all, it is a female intellectualism in 1960s. It comprises women of diverse background and who proposed that economic, psychological and social freedom which is necessary for a woman to grow up or to make a kind of progress in their life. Basic facts behind feminism are: believe that women are subordinated to man, and consequently they try to eradicate or eliminate patriarchy, liberation and reconstruct the culture to be inclusive for women's experience. Then the very outset itself, feminism is considered as a Western movement. For the time being, of course, feminism described or simply categorized into three. We can move on to each and every waves in detail, and here we have first wave feminism, second wave feminism and third wave feminism. Moving on to the first wave feminism, began in 1830 to 1920. This is always synonymous with suffragette movement. Suffragette movement, it simply means that a right for women for making a vote or casting a vote. Okay, till then the women doesn't have that right to do a cast or to post vote according to their wish. Then we just want to discuss the familiar writers, the proponents of first wave feminism. Simone de Beauvoir, then of course Mary Wollstonecraft and Virginia Woolf are the writers who started a kind of following strategy in first wave feminism. Began in 19th century to the late 20th centuries, especially in US and UK, then after it spread into other countries. Moving on to the second wave feminism, which began in 1960s, networking of women's group and deeper engagement with their own activities. And the women were not only influenced by but also participated in the contemporaries of civil rights movement and women liberation movement in 1960s. And the reaction of post-World War make a change on their thinking, and they started to come forward with their own ideas and practices. And the domestication, they are simply far away from their domestic activities and they involved too much into the political debates. What is happening around them, they started to discuss it, and they involved in each and every section of each and every field of life to make their position, to get a room or to make a stand with themselves. Then the last wave, that is third wave feminism in 1980s. It is also can be called as post-feminism, cyber-feminism and of course ecofeminism. These are the new terms which come in third wave feminism. But the fact is that sexuality and gender is the center motive or the center ideology in third wave feminism. And the third wave feminism is differentiated from the second wave over questioning that sexuality by challenging the female heterosexuality and the celebration of sexuality as mean as an attainment to a female empowerment or the upliftment of women. While discussing those three waves, we just want to follow that who are the writers in each and every waves. Of course, we have mentioned the first wave feminism. We have Mary Wollstonecraft and Simone de Beauvoir and Virginia Woolf. And in the second wave feminism, of course, we have Kate Millett, Betty Friedan and Juliet Mitchell. And moving on to the third wave, here we have Helen Sixon, Lucy Irigaray, then Ellen Showalter and Julia Kristeva. I just want to, discussing all those things, I intended to quote a person like Tori Moyle. Feminist criticism is a specific kind of political discourse, a critical and theoretical practice committed to the struggle against patriarchy and sexism. We can start with types of feminism. Of course, I just want to discuss only 5 types of feminism: liberal feminism, Marxist feminism, black feminism, ecofeminism, and radical feminism. Let's move on to each and every feminism in detail. Okay, first one, we have liberal feminism. You might have heard about the term liberal. Liberal means something get a kind of freedom. Okay, we can connect the term freedom with females. Till then, they don't have that freedom to do or to think or to engage in any of the activities according to their wish. So, liberal feminism simply means that bestow a kind of freedom to women accordingly, based on their desires, based on their wish. The second point is Marxist feminism. I hope that this word is familiar to you because you might have heard the term before, especially in your childhood times. Okay, and Marxism says that it's tried to examine the effect of revolution or the effect of productivity and the economic development of labors. And the same thing, the same reading is possible in Marxist feminism. Marxist feminism says that a kind of revolution in women's thought, identity and their stability. The third type of feminism is black feminism. Black feminism is associated with womenism. The term womenism was coined by Alice Walker in her essay Coming Apart. Okay, and then just move on what black feminism is. The color itself mentioned the details of black feminism. Black feminism means that a kind of discrimination between people by the name of colors. That is what is black feminism. We have lots and lots of writers who simply propagate the theme of black feminism, or they are always trying to discuss the problems of black people. I just want to mention some of those writers, just like Toni Morrison. Then we have Maya Angelou and Bell Hook. Ecofeminism is the fourth type of feminism. Eco means simply environment or nature. So ecofeminism means connecting women with nature. Have lots of writings, prose, poetry, everything which try to connect women with nature. For example, the rain is always associated with the tears of a lady, or the darkness of nature is simply have a connection with the pathetic situation of a girl, or the emotional imbalance of a lady, etc., etc. And have some writers who used a kind of nature women strategy in their works. Here we have some writers who simply try to connect lady with nature, just like Arundhati Roy, Maheshweta Devi, Nandini Sahu, and of course Margaret Atwood. Hope that it's clear for you. And moving on to the last but not the least point, radical feminism. Radical feminism is a term from Latin, means radic. Radic means that going into the root. Okay, and in radical feminism, the critic tried to go deeper deeper and deeper, they found that how a kind of sexism is working in the society. So that is the only curse that is prevalent in the society. So we just want to demolish that sexism or the gender disparity from the society. That is what is radical feminism discusses. Okay. Then we have cultural feminism, socialist feminism, lesbian, and another types of feminism. After having all those types of feminism, we can just make a look on to Mary Wollstonecraft. She commented that she rejects the public and private divide deployed by the liberal, but as the Carol Patten has suggested. Like most other liberal feminists, Wollstonecraft couldn't resolve the dilemma of demanding women's citizenship on gender neutral grounds and simultaneously recognizing that the certain qualities and roles possessed by women necessitated that they be seen differently. As a final note, I would say feminism labored to set up a kind of equality between genders. Thank you for paying attention and try to understand the theory in depth and try to comprehend what are the ways and in which does feminism critiqued on centuries. Thank you so much.